Hey, hi Nalini, how are you?
Hey, hi Ankur. I'm good. How about you?
I'm also good, and thank you so much for sparing this time. Thank you so much. So Nalini, so let's start this interview. And first of all, I would like to understand about yourself and the experience that you have, and then what kind of projects you have done so far.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you, Ankur, for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. I'm Nalini. I have 5.8 years of experience into Fusion domain, actually, Fusion technical. I am I'm currently working with one of organization, and I'm working as a associate technical developer there. So my roles and responsibilities is into working with various BIP reports, along with OTBI analysis report, dashboard, prompts, OIC as well. Um, and I have good experience in OIC integrations as well,
Great.
like schedule a BIP report to place output with FTP path, personalization of sandbox, uh, and providing ongoing support and troubleshooting for the OIC integrations as well, to address clients' incidents and implement fixes to ensure the reliable and efficient operation is going on. So, daily, I'm responsible for the whatever the tickets and all we are getting from the client side. So I make sure to resolve those tickets in a given timeline.
All right.
And earlier, I was working with one of organization. There also, I was working into technical as a technical consultant, and I was responsible for creating BIP reports for various Fusion modules and responsible for delivering their custom requirements using busting process and all. And
Hmm.
as well as I from last 5 6 months, I have started work on OIC implementation side as well.
Great. Good.
So that's that about
So
now.
your most of the experience goes in Fusion technical, building
Yeah,
BIP and OTBI reports, and then
OTBI,
you are working on
FBDI,
the FBDI
yeah,
also, and then you are working on the integration
OIC.
also.
Hmm.
That is good.
Yeah.
So you are working on Gen 2 or Gen 3?
Gen 3 it is.
Oh, that is good. Good.
Yeah.
So, okay, fine. So let's start from there itself. Okay. So
Yeah.
can you please let me know one project on Oracle integration or one end-to-end implementation that you have done on OIC?
I have worked one of implementation project, which is a automated invoice processing actually.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate what you have done there in that integration? What are the connections? What are the applications you have connected and how?
Okay. Fine. Uh, so see, in automated invoice processing, what we have done, we have integrated customer CRM system actually, which is
Hmm.
third party system that we have integrated with ERP application actually.
Oracle ERP, huh?
Yeah, directly ERP. And the role, the major motto behind this integration is whatever the data we are getting from customer side regarding the updated invoice, whatever the daily invoice they are creating. So that data should be automatically it will be updated in the our Fusion ERP system actually.
Okay. So what kind of
Yeah.
data it is? It's a invoice
Sorry.
data, huh? It is invoice data.
Invoice, yeah. Daily invoice they are getting, like there is a huge data. Daily different type of, there are a lot of customers and lot of invoices we are getting actually. So
Okay.
those
So the,
invoices will be automatically updated into uh, ERP.
but from where those invoices are, so I mean, so the invoices are coming in FTP or you are using some REST.
FTP it is. FTP.
What kind of file it is?
Sorry.
What kind of file it is? It is a CSV, Excel,
Yeah, it is a Excel as well and CSV as well. Both the files are
XML or
there.
CSV, right?
Sorry.
XML and CSV?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, fine. Sorry. All right, fine. Okay.
So for
So,
that, we have a use file adapter actually
okay.
to read and write the files from the file system, including file servers like FTP, SFTP, and all.
Hmm.
And we are receiving invoice file in the format of CSV, XML, or PDF from the file servers.
Okay. No, no. So you are saying Excel also?
No, XML,
XML. Okay.
CSV, XML, and PDF.
So you are saying you have a schedule integration which reads the data from the
Yeah,
and process.
FTP.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the data is coming. So you have a schedule integration or how it is?
Yeah, it is schedule integration only.
But how would you know the file is CSV or XML? How you're bifurcating that?
Uh,
So let's suppose you run one integration, okay? In that
hmm.
integration, what do you do after that?
So after that, we are getting the file on the
So how? So
FTP adapter.
which operation of the FTP adapter you are using?
Read file it is, right?
So okay, read file. So when
Hmm.
you read the file, you may have to give extension of the file like abc.csv or abc.xml, right? So,
Yeah.
so in the folder that you are trying to use to read the file from, so that folder can contain multiple files, maybe XML and then CSV, right?
Hmm.
So how you are identifying that is a CSV or XML, and basis on that you are processing that file further?
So that for that we are using the listing file operation.
Okay, yes, correct.
Yeah. So after the listing file, we can see like there whether the file is PDF,
Okay,
XML, or how it is.
okay,
On that basis, we can manage the file transfer between
got it.
on-premise system and OIC. Yeah.
So you are sending the file to the Fusion, or you are reading the data from the files and then sending, how it is?
Yeah, reading the file data from the file and then sending.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So when you do the file, so do you know the limitation, what kind of limitation the FTP has?
No.
Okay, you are not aware, the what is the size of the file that you can read from at a time?
Yeah, 10 MB it is.
10 MB. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. No, I guess in Gen 2 that has been increased to 50 MB,
Yeah,
Nalini.
earlier it was 10 actually. In Gen 2 it was 10, and in Gen 3 it is 50 nowadays.
It is 100 MB now. So the read limit has been increased to 100 MB.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Mhm.
Okay, no problem.
Hmm.
So fine. All right. Tell me, another thing is, so you are using schedule integration. Do you know some limits of schedule integration? What are the limits that you have to take care when you start creating schedule integration? Any limit, do you know?
Uh,
When
for
I
the
say,
schedule integration, right?
when I say limit, like how much, what is the total, time out of the schedule
The
integration?
frequency limit, right?
Not frequency, I will say total time, though that schedule integration should be
15
complete.
minutes. It should be typically it is a 15 minutes.
Hmm. No. So a schedule integration should be finished within 6 hours window. If that integration will not be completed within 6 hours window, then your instance will be terminated. That is what the limit is.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine. That is okay. The next
I
question.
thought it is a minimum interval time you are asking.
Acha.
The time interval time is a 15 minutes for the scheduling integration, right?
No, no. So I guess if you use there are two options, one is simple and second is iCal. Even if you use a simple option, you have to put minimum 10 minutes, not less than this.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
No problem. So have you ever used a REST adapter?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me one thing. In the REST adapter, so when you use REST adapter, what are the HTTP verb that is supported by REST adapter? Whether you use trigger or invoke, HTTP verb. So when you configure the HTTP, so REST adapter, what are the HTTP verbs that is supported?
Uh, I think it's a trigger and invoke.
No, no, I'm talking about HTTP verb like post.
So there are four like methods in HTTP, right?
Yes. HTTP
Get,
verb.
Sorry?
HTTP verb I am talking about. So there are total 5 verbs that is supported. One is post, get,
Get,
put.
post, put, pattern, delete it is.
Absolutely right.
Mm.
Correct. So do we have any provision? For example, I want to create REST API in my integration. If
Mhm.
I want to provide attachment in the request, can I do this?
Sorry.
Send the attachment in the REST request. For example, I am creating a REST API in integration and I want to attach the attachment in the request. Can I do that while creating the REST API?
In request only, right?
Yes.
Mm.
So
Yes, we can send the attachment in requesting in REST adapter. That in you OIC we can do that.
okay, yes, okay,
Like
fine.
when you
And do you know that limit of each? Do you know the limit of attachment, that how much size that attachment should be? Any limit that you see here?
mm, size of attachment, right?
Yes.
I never checked actually.
Okay, so that is 1 GB. So meaning you can attach a file of up to 1 GB. If
Up to 1 GB, right?
yes, if the file is more than 1 GB, your
Hmm.
REST adapter will fail.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so there are so many service limits that you have to check. Like then only you can create your integration so that it will not fail because of that service limits. It is very important.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Yes.
so you are using Gen 3. Do you know
Yeah.
some important features that has been released in Gen 3 that was not there in Gen 2? Any new feature that you have seen in Gen 3?
Uh, Regarding the integrations, earlier there was six patterns actually. Nowadays, those are three patterns in the Gen 3. And
Okay.
the performance as well, like in like processing power and efficiency.
Hmm.
Data is transferring in that in the speed as compared to Gen 2.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it is better compatible than Gen 2 it is.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Okay.
security as well, like most of the good encryption and security protocols we can use.
Hmm.
Uh, like biometric authentication methods are also there.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
And what are the other features that you see, which are important features? Okay, performance is okay, that pattern is okay, but what are the other features that you see? Are you aware about project concept in OIC Gen 3?
Yeah, project I know, yes.
Is this new feature or old feature?
No, it is a new one. It
Okay.
is
Can
not
you
Gen 2.
can you explain what is that?
In project C, if like the functionalities, if I created the project like name Nalini, in
Hmm.
that project I can make a multiple integrations actually.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So whenever we are just transferring the data, we can just download that particular folder and we can migrate it, right?
Hmm. Hmm. So
Yeah.
basically, project is the new feature in Gen 3 which has been introduced. So project is
Mm.
like a container where you can add all your artifacts related to single project, whether you have 10 connections, 10 integrations, 10 lookups you need to create. You can create all those artifacts at a single place called project. And
Mm.
when you create a project, you have various other features in the project, like you can control who can access your project, who can modify your integrations, who can monitor your integration,
Mhm.
who all will be responsible to work on your project. So it's a complete
Mhm.
RBAC control that you can do from the project, which was not there in integration area.
Okay.
Then
Mhm.
if you want to deploy multiple integrations at a time, so in project, you can select whatever integration you want to deploy and you will create one deployment. In the deployment, you will choose all the integrations that you want to deploy. And once
Mhm.
deploy the deployment, all the integrations inside that deployment will be activated automatically. Okay, that is the another feature, like you don't need to individually activate the integration.
Activate the integration.
You can activate the integrations at once. Okay. Second
Yes.
feature, the third feature you will see like in Gen 2 or global area, if you want to migrate your integrations, if your integrations are not part of the packages, you have to export the integrations individually and import it to the target instance. Now, like I told you, you can create the deployment. What you can do, if in your deployment you have 10 integrations, you can export your deployment and import to the target instance. And all the integrations part of the deployment will be there.
Okay.
So these are the three new things in the project. Like one is the RBAC control, resource-based access control, using which you can control who can access your project. Second, you can deploy multiple integrations at one time. Third is like you can export multiple integrations at a time and then import it. The another feature, everything you do from a single project, you don't need to navigate from here and there. That is the another thing you see in the project itself. Okay.
Yeah.
That is the
Yes.
new feature that has been introduced. Okay, fine.
Mhm.
You also mentioned you have also worked with Oracle ERP application, meaning you have connected your Oracle ERP via integration, right?
Yeah.
So which adapter do you use to connect to the ERP?
Yeah. It's a ERP adapter only.
So you use ERP adapter?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So when you use ERP adapter, can it be used with role trigger as well as invoke?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So when you use ERP adapter as a trigger, what are the functionalities of ERP adapter you can use? So meaning, what is the purpose of using trigger role?
So see, for the trigger role means we can activate or we can trigger any third party application, right?
No, no, no. So basically, when you use Oracle ERP adapter as a trigger, you can subscribe the business events that is raised by ERP. So there's a one option like subscribe to business events.
Right.
That is first one that you
Some
can.
events.
Yes. Second is like you can also receive the callbacks.
Hmm.
Callbacks, like if you have created another integration where you have invoked your FBDI job.
Yeah.
In the trigger, you can receive the callback of that FBDI job. And third
Right.
option is like you can receive the business events raised by Groovy script also. So these are the three things, three features that is there when you configure ERP adapter on a trigger point.
Right.
All right, great.
Yes.
Okay. Now the next question is regarding ERP adapter only. So tell me one thing, you have worked on FBDI. Can you just first explain what is FBDI, file-based data import?
So see, FBDI means it's a process like it is file-based data import. It is a process where Oracle application is like facilitated to bulk data imports into Oracle ERP system. Yeah. So the key like we can like load the data like we can load the data templates actually from the ERP from the Oracle support only. And then the whatever the data which we have, we can just insert our data in the particular template, FBDI template, and we can generate the CSV file for the data extraction.
Okay.
Yeah, these CSV files are used for the data upload.
All right. How do you follow that process in integration? For example, you have a requirement like you told me, you are getting the invoices in terms of the FTP, right? In terms of the files. So let's suppose you have to take all those data from the FTP location and you need to create a FBDI file and then send it to the integration. What is the process that you follow?
So we get the CSV file, right? On on the FTP, and then we can log into Oracle
Have you ever done that integration, taking the data from anywhere from the source application, convert the data into the FBDI format, use the ERP adapter to upload that FBDI file? Have you ever used that? Have you ever developed such integration? Nalini? Hello? Hey, Nalini, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Nalini, am I audible?
Okay.
All right. So what I was saying, uh, have you ever created such integration where you are getting the file?
Yeah, GL import and all we have done actually. Whenever we are getting CSV file, then we can read that CSV file to
Okay.
transfer the data into Oracle Fusion application.
Hmm.
Then we can invoke the import process,
Okay.
import info, yeah, in the ERP adapter.
Okay. So can you
Yeah.
tell me the complete end-to-end process? How do you do this?
Hmm. So see, like we are getting the CSV file on FTP server.
Hmm.
Then, like with the help of file polling or file adapter, we can uh, no. After that, getting the file, we can read the data for the data transformation.
Hmm.
Yeah. And after that, reading the data, we can invoke the import ERP adapter actually
Hmm.
to run the import jobs actually.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
Then
Hmm. So this import process is synchronous or asynchronous? How it is?
it's a synchronous.
Do you receive the result immediately?
Synchronous means see, like we have to uh, run the first job, which is for to importing data into staging table.
Hmm.
Then once that process is completed, once the data is uploaded into staging table, it comes into base tables.
Okay.
So till the time the first job is complete is completed, till the time we have to wait once we get the response, and then we can run the next job actually for the import process.
All right.
So it is synchronous only.
Okay. No,
Request
yes.
and response we are getting. Yeah.
So you will not receive response immediately. When you will
Not
import,
immediately.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like a asynchronous process, right? If you want to get the response back, you have to
Hmm.
register the callback integration where the ERP will send a callback once the job is completed, which will send the log files which you can process it further.
Yes.
Yeah, that is a complete process. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So like apart from FTP, REST, ERP, what are the other adapters that you have used?
FTP REST and
ERP. Did you use any other
yeah.
adapter?
No.
Okay, no problem. So, okay, let's come back to this question of IC Gen 2 to Gen 3. So, hope you have noticed something um, like in Gen 2, the instance ID is numeric. Is it the same case? Is it the same case in Gen 3 also?
Instance IDs?
Instance ID is numeric. So, is it the same case in Gen 3 also?
No, no, it is not.
Then what it is? So, in Gen 3, the instance ID is numeric, alphanumeric, or how it is?
In Gen 2, it is numeric only.
Hmm.
In Gen 3, it is alphanumeric.
All right. So when you did this migration from Gen 2 to Gen 3, so did
Hmm.
you see any impact because of that change? And how do you handle that if there's an impact?
Mm, For the migration, I don't have exposure actually.
Okay. Okay.
I, hmm.
So basically, right, in Gen 2, the instance ID is integer. In Gen 3, it is alphanumeric. So before you do the migration, let's suppose you are storing that instance ID somewhere in the database column and which is numeric. Then you may have to change that numeric column to make it varchar, right? And you have to change your integrations also, like you have to refresh the metadata so that it can work as is,
Okay.
right? All
Yeah.
right. So fine. So okay. So tell me one thing. Another question regarding the integration patterns. So how many patterns now do you see in Gen 3?
There are three patterns actually.
Hmm.
It is app-driven,
Hmm.
schedule orchestration, and file transfer. Earlier, it was 6 in Gen 2.
Hmm.
Nowadays, those patterns are deprecated, and it is a three patterns. There are three patterns only in Gen 3.
So Gen 3 has also three patterns. Uh, Application,
Gen 2,
right? Gen 3.
app-driven,
Application,
uh,
yeah. And second is
yeah,
schedule. And third is,
schedule and file transfer.
no, third is event, not file transfer. So there
Event.
is a pattern called event. Like in Gen 2, there was a pub and sub, right? So that
Yeah.
sub has been replaced by event. Now, if you want to create your custom events
But in OI or UI, it is showing file transfer. It is.
in Gen 3, no. In Gen
Okay.
3, if you will see, in Gen 3, we have three patterns only now. Uh,
Yeah.
Application, and then scheduled, and then third is your event. Using event,
Event.
create your custom events. For example, the one classic example is you have one CRM system, for example, that is
Mm-hmm.
producing the data every time. I mean, meaning,
Mm-hmm.
that is producing the data, and that data you want to send to multiple downstream application, okay, at a time, or multiple, or let's say 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can
Mm-hmm.
create your event, and whatever data is coming from the source system, you can publish into that event, correct? Using that
Right.
event
It
action
is
that is
event.
there.
Yeah.
Yes. And then
Yeah.
you will use that event pattern to subscribe those events, and you
Mm.
connect your target system in that event based integration.
Means it starts when the event is published, right? Like
Correct.
that.
Yes,
Mm.
absolutely right.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Another question is, have you ever used a lookup? Do you know the benefit of using lookup? In which scenarios we
Yeah.
use lookups, huh?
Yes, I have.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
tell me.
see, lookups in OIC, lookup is a feature
Hmm.
used to retrieve which is used to reference the data actually
Hmm.
from predefined sources within the integration flow.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, yeah, we can do the value mapping like this. This is the use of lookup actually.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, like see, if I give you the example for
Hmm.
the country code,
Hmm.
in one application we are using country as a country code.
Hmm.
Yeah, and another application we are using uh, country name as a country code. Like so,
Hmm.
those mapping, those fields mapping, we can like those things we can store in the lookup,
Okay.
and we can use those things in the entire integrations.
Got it.
Internal mapping it is. Yeah.
And which function do you use to refer the lookup?
Sorry,
Which function do you use to refer the lookup?
to refer the lookup, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm,
So when you will use the lookup, right, in
yeah.
integration, is there any method that you use the lookup?
Yes, it is.
What is the
Mm,
method name?
one method actually.
Okay.
Lookup value or lookup name.
So lookup value is the function name
Yeah.
that is being used to refer the lookup.
Yeah, right. Lookup or lookup name like that. And the
Correct.
key for
Lookup
key.
value. Correct.
Mm.
Correct. And how many arguments it take when you use the lookup value function?
It generally takes two arguments.
Okay. What are those two?
Lookup table name and like the string and disk. Mm, lookup key
No, it takes 5 arguments. One is the lookup name. Second is source column name, right? Basis on which you will get the target value. Then the source column value, then target column, and then default value. So it takes 5 arguments.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So another thing is, do you know how many email notifications can be sent per day in Gen 3 instance? How many email notifications can be sent per day? As of yet, it may change, the limit may change later, but as of yet, how many notifications, email notification can be sent per day?
I think there is no
Hello?
number of emails notification. I think we can say. I didn't heard about the limitation.
Okay. So basically there are 10,000 email notification that can be sent
Okay.
per day, which is a rolling period. After 24, the figure will be changed, meaning every 24 hours you can send 10,000 emails.
Okay, 10,000 per day.
Correct.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's a subscription limit, right? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, just give me a minute.
Yeah.
So I guess good discussion, Nalini. I am done. And
Okay.
thank you so much. And I guess there's some more preparation that is required for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Nalini. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. So Gen 3 has also 3 patterns. Application,
Gen 2
right? Gen 3.
app driven.
Application,
Uh,
yeah. And second is
yeah,
schedule. And third is,
schedule and file transfer.
no, third is event, not file transfer. So there
Event.
is a pattern called event. Like in Gen 2, there was a pub and sub, right? So that
Yeah.
sub has been replaced by event. Now, if you want to create your custom events
But in OI or UI, it is showing file transfer. It is.
in Gen 3, no. In Gen
Okay.
3, if you will see, in Gen 3, we have 3 patterns only now. Uh,
Yeah.
Application, and then scheduled, and then third is your event. Using event,
Event.
create your custom events. For example, the one classic example is you have one CRM system, for example, that is producing the data every time. Meaning, that is producing the data, and that data you want to send to multiple downstream application. Okay, at a time, or multiple, or let's say 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can create your event, and whatever data is coming from the source system, you can publish into that event. Correct? Using that
Right.
event
It
action
is
that is
event.
there.
Yeah.
Yes. And then
Right.
you will use that event pattern to subscribe those events. And you connect your target system in that event based integration.
Means it starts when the event is published, right? Like
Correct.
that.
Yes, absolutely right.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Another question is, have you ever used a lookup? Do you know the benefit of using lookup? In which scenarios
Yeah.
you lookups, huh?
Yes, I have.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
tell me.
see, lookups like in YC, lookup is a feature
Hmm.
used to retrieve which is used to to reference the data actually
Hmm.
from predefined sources within the integration flow.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, yeah, like we can do the value mapping like this. This is the use of lookup actually.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, like see, if I give you the example for
Hmm.
the country code,
Hmm.
in one application we are using like country as a country code.
Hmm.
Yeah, and another application we are using uh, country name as a country code. Like so,
Hmm.
those fields mapping, we can like those things we can store in the lookup,
Okay.
and we can use those things in the entire integrations.
Got it.
Internal mapping it is. Yeah.
And which function do you use to refer the lookup?
Sorry,
Which function do you use to refer the lookup?
to refer the lookup, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm,
So when you will use the lookup, right, in
yeah.
integration, is there any method that you use the lookup?
Yes, it is.
What is the method name?
One method actually.
Okay.
Lookup value or lookup name.
So lookup value is the function name
Yeah.
that is being used to refer the lookup.
Yeah, right. Lookup or lookup name like that, and the key for
Lookup
that.
value. Correct. Correct. And how many arguments it take when you use the lookup value function?
It generally takes 2 arguments.
Okay. What are those two?
Lookup table name and like the string and this lookup key.
No, it takes 5 argument. One is the lookup name. Second is source column name, right? Basis on which you will get the target value. Then the source column value, then target column, and then default value. So it takes 5 arguments.
Okay.
Okay. Great.
Yes.
So another thing is, do you know how many email notifications can be sent per day in Gen 3 instance? How many email notifications can be sent per day? As of yet, it may change, the limit may change later, but as of yet, how many notifications, email notification can be sent per day?
I think there is no
Hello?
number of emails notification. I think we can say. I didn't heard about the limitation.
Okay. So basically there are 10,000 email notification that can be sent
Okay.
per day, which is a rolling period. After 24 the figure will be changed, meaning every 24 hours you can send 10,000 emails.
Okay, 10,000 per day.
Correct.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's a subscription limit, right? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, just give me a minute. Huh?
Yeah.
So I guess good discussion, Nalini. I am done. And
Okay.
thank you so much. And I guess there's some more preparation that is required for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Nalini. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.